On that bright note, I'm gonna move on to uh, looking at AI at a broader level. Well, we're gonna look at a couple of stories about more the cultural side of AI and how this might be affecting us. An interesting note on X, we saw OpenAI's CEO Sam Altman state that basically they were spending tens of millions of dollars in from people who are saying please and thank you on ChatGPT. The concept here being that as you are more polite to ChatGPT and other generative AI solutions, that they will actually think longer and harder or give you more complete answers because it reflects how the training data that they have been taught. Where honestly, if you ask a question in real life or on an online forum and you say, please and thank you, or could you please explain this in greater detail to me? Thank you very much. You're more likely to get a good answer than if you just say, tell me the answer to a random group of people. So it makes sense that these please and thank yous have been internalized by the model. But I also find it slightly heartening that AI might be rewarding good manners at a time when we don't always have that type of reinforcement on a cultural and social basis.
Yeah. I mean, I won't dispute the claim that there is a cost to handling the additional tokens, but I will argue that those are important cues that you want to see in the prompts. Why?
Mhm.
Because you're getting clues about what the user's attitude is towards the subject and potentially the actual AI technology itself.
Mhm.
And while it may represent a little bit of anthropomorphism on the user's part, but if it were truly neutral, why would the responses from the LLM have a like and dislike button?
Mhm.
I mean, come on. Seriously. You're trying to get some clue about whether what you provided back was hitting the mark or not.
Yeah.
So this is a way of actually getting that input without having to ask you to push another button, take another action. It's implicit in being able to be part of the conversation. So if you can learn that from the interaction, that's really a great thing. Now, on Beavers in his article that you're going to include with that, I generally agree
Yes.
with his observations, and I really like the point that he closes off with that you referenced, which is it's good practice for interacting with humans. I
Yes.
I think that is just so important for us because in today's social media world, it's really easy to see how people can hide behind the supposed anonymity of being some sort of avatar that's disconnected from you personally, where you can say whatever you want without consequence or any kind of being held accountable for it. And people are a lot meaner. Things
Mhm.
you would say to somebody in social media, you would never say if they were sitting right in front of you and you were having a conversation. I
Right.
think that anything that kind of returns us to our humanity and the ability to interact meaningful with each other and not be short or really mean is probably a good thing. So I like seeing this. And
Yeah, that
you
yeah, that comment by Microsoft product manager Curtis Beavers was definitely spot on about how being polite is probably a good way to work with people and everything in general.
yeah,
But there's definitely this challenge that we've had from AI and with social media that uh, some of us think of these as tools to communicate with each other face to face, and we use norms and means to speak with each other. Some of us think of these systems as command and control demands, and that's how they or we, some of us collectively, speak to these systems, even if there is something on the other side that would theoretically reward politeness or humanity. Some of us have been trained not to use that humanity in speaking with these systems or speaking to actual people who are on the other side of the system, and that's definitely a challenge from a social perspective, and
yeah.
it leads to expectations that perhaps culture or society can sometimes feel broken at times and lead us to more pessimistic approaches.